Just to give y'all a little bit more clarity about scripture. Let me turn my music down here. Driving. You got to go to Genesis 6:2 when it says, "And the sons of Elohim," God, Elohim is plural, "saw the daughters of men," not humans, men. That means the sons of men, "and that they were fair and beautiful. And they took wives of them." All that they literally took. It was not just through coercion and deceit. It was through rape also. This is before the floods. That's how the Nephilim, or giants, were in the earth before the floods. Now there's another verse there that says, "and again afterwards." That means the same sins happened again after the floods. We have proof of that because when we scouted out the land, which is now known as Yerushalayim, which is Jerusalem, there were giants, the Anakim, and in the city of Gath, which is Goliath's city, they were giants. So despite Yahuwah destroying the whole earth with a great deluge, which when he created the firmament, half of the waters went up above it and half of the waters were below it. The waters below it, or the Miyam, that's how you literally pronounce waters, Miyam, and the heavens is pronounced Shamiyam. Nevertheless, there was like a dome over the earth of water. And scientists say it created conditions that, it filtered the sunlight. It created like a hyperbaric pressure, was higher in oxygen, and men lived almost 1,000 years, which in the heavens is considered as one day. Now, the earth had become corrupt because of the Nephilim, because of the fallen angels, and because of them bringing tares or weeds into the earth, which was their offspring. We know that Yahuwah cursed their spirits, that after death, they would be known as evil spirits. They would walk the earth, and those evil spirits are what's responsible for possessing men and causing them to err. And it tells you it happened again afterwards. So getting back to the original point, despite him destroying everything that had breath with the floods, Noah, his 3 sons, and their wives was all that remained. But after they began to overspread the earth again, it happened again. That's how giants were reintroduced. Now keep this in mind. The Son of Man himself said, "It will be as it was in the days of Noah, will be right before the coming of the Son of Man." Now we're talking about this day and hour, because the Son of Man's return is imminent. It's going to happen in this generation and in Trump, who is the little horn, and the second beast in Revelation's lifetime. So all of you who are out here partying and marrying and eating and drinking and doing the things and celebrating, they did the same things before the floods. Why do you think the scriptures say, "Love not the world or anything in the world"? Because the world is corrupt. It's wicked. It's evil. Who is the world controlled by? Europeans. Europeans are on this side of the floods, the children, the offspring of Satan, or Satan means the enemy. They're this generation of Nephilim. They're a curse. They're a virus. You see it with Netanyahu. They're impersonating us, which means blaspheme. To blaspheme means to impersonate falsely. Remember, Trump is the second beast. He said he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, which is the fake state of Israel. Netanyahu is the man of sin. All these things have been revealed to you. It says that day cannot come except the man of sin be revealed, or the son of perdition. The son of perdition means the son of war, the lawless one. The white man has long been known as devil and deceitful. Speak with a forked tongue. The Indians knew it. We know it. Farrakhan, Muhammad Ali, all called them by their rightful identity. And in the book of Enoch, it describes the children of the fallen as having pale skin, because Yahuwah didn't make nothing with pale skin that burned in the sun. Blue eyes and yellow hair. It's not meant to offend anybody. If you're European, you have to accept this truth And you have to be born again by the natural branches. If you can't humble yourself before them, then you have no place in the kingdom. You have to understand the parables about those that snuck into the kingdom. And when the king came out, he said, how did you get in here without a robe? And he was speechless and he threw him out. That robe is like someone like me as a covering, a Hebrew Israelite natural branch and elect. See, a lot of them think they got access to the root outside of us. They love the fruit of the tree, but they despise the tree itself. Well, this tree has an order of salvation. The Son of Man, Yahushua, is at the root. We are his branches. The remnant is what's left of his branches in the earth today. And just like the parable of the mustard seed, the least of all seeds, we're the least of all people on earth, the black man, the so-called black man, who are truly the sons of man and the sons of Israel. He said, when it dies, becomes a great tree, and the fowl of the air take refuge in its branches. Also, the apostle Shaul, who was mistaken as an Egyptian, he was called a nigger, which Niger in French or whatever you want to call it just means black. In 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 10, something your pastor will never tell you unless they heard it from someone like me. And it happens all the time. The wicked listen to the righteous or the elect who know these mysteries, and they'll put a spin on it, and they'll make an elaborate YouTube video declaring that they know the mysteries when they don't. They basically stole it from the branches like they steal everything else. Getting back to the apostle Shaul, he said, therefore a woman shall have power on her head. Don't mean no hat, no veil, no scarf, no burqa. Power means a man. That means a father or a husband over her. And he says, because of the angels. The apostle Shaul knew what was up. The angels saw the beauty of men. They saw how silly they were, how easily coerced they were, that they could easily be laid with, and then they would bear children unto them. We see that even in Paul's day, Timothy, whose mother was Hebrew, but his father was a Gentile, a Grecian, a Ter. That's why the apostle Shaul wrote the accounts of Timothy. They can be born again, but in this day, they really despise the natural branches. And you have to understand and see these things clearly. Yahuwah never created them. And as it says in that last day, they're going to come to him and say, they're going to literally say, Lord, Lord. They're going to blaspheme his name. Didn't we do all these great miracles in your name? And he going to profess to them, I never knew you. That means he never created them. They were never written in his book of life. They can be added, but he never knew them. He's going to say, depart from before me, you workers of iniquity. What's iniquity? Lawlessness. We see lawlessness in America, Europe. We see genocide. We see how they lie to Russia and all nations. They undermine, they deceive, kill, steal, destroy. The CIA is wicked, probably a bunch of Nazis. So is the FBI. Just like the scriptures say, if a king hearken to lies, then all of his servants are wicked. The fish rots from the head. America is the most wicked nation the earth has ever seen and ever will. And you need to understand that while y'all out here partying and doing all the woohoo and lion dancing and publishing flyers and talking about making memories and shit, wicked memories. Remember, all that shit ain't gonna mean shit when you lift up your eyes and the Uriel, the archangel, take you to one of 4 holding places in Sheol. 2 of them are for the righteous and 2 of them are really for the unrighteous. Because it can happen any day. You never know when the last day you're gonna see that sun transverse the sky and be able to interact with the physical world with a body. It happens that quick. And that's why it's written in Luke 21:34. Take heed to yourselves. That means watch yourself, lest you become carried away with partying and drinking and the cares of this world, and that day catches you unaware. I'm giving you the mysteries plainly. I don't care who it offends because it's meant to offend you. If you're European, you need to find you a Hebrew elect man and come to him. Go to his inbox, beg him. Hey, I know what I am. I know y'all the children, y'all the sons of Yahuwah's creation that proceed from Adam, the true sons of Israel that we're supposed to bless. Teach me your mysteries and the commandments of Yahuwah, that I might enter the kingdom through you, because the kingdom have 12 gates, and the gates have the names of the 12 sons. A gate is a point of entry. You can't enter the kingdom outside of the branches or the gates. You better understand this, because it ain't no other way you gonna get in. Yeah, it's gonna be some of y'all that's gonna try to sneak in. You're gonna be like, yeah, I was a big preacher, I had a big following. Didn't I do all these wonderful works? He never knew you. How did you get in here without a robe? And the same for you women. You think you got enough oil in your lap when we're giving the oil out for free. But even the 5 wise ones say, hey, I ain't got enough for both of us. You need to go buy from those that sell while it's time. Because the cry is going to come out in the middle of the night. I wanted to make this short video so that you understand these things clearly. And just because they have white skin don't mean that they're a terror, because they have mixed themselves thoroughly with the natural creation. You got men that are darker than me that are sons of the fallen, because their mother was dark and their father was a white man. It's all in the seed. You are according to the seed of your fathers. It has nothing to do with mix. Yahuwah blessed the seed of Israel. That's the sons. And that's how it works. He created everything in the earth with a seed after its own. So y'all better get this. Can't just look at one's color of the skin and assume anything. You got to look at the spirit before, and you also got to look at the lineage. And with that, I'm going to say peace be with you. Shalom. Heed the message. Don't be looking up and down at the message. You're talking about who are you? Heed the message and compare it to scripture. If you don't get it, it just wasn't meant for you to get it. And you should tremble. But if you do get it, you need to ask, how can you gain entry into the kingdom? And I tell you, you need to fear Yahuwah, keep his commandments, and follow me, even as I follow the Son. I'm saying the same thing that Shaul said. He said, be you followers of me, even as I follow Messiah. You don't know his name. You don't know his temperament. You don't know nothing about him. You think you do. You follow an imposter, Jesus, and he ain't going to get you into the kingdom. That's a worldly name. The whole world know that name and calls on it. That's Satan in disguise, the very one Yahuwah warned us against. So you better get it. Ain't much time left.